Welcome back to Set Streets and Eats, guys. If you are new here, I am Chris Bauer. This is my travel vlog. If you are one of my returning viewers, thank you for all the support and welcome back. So we are actually going to be doing a travel vlog this week. It is, as of the filming of this, Sunday night, 6:30 Eastern Time. Sunday night, August 14th, 6:30 Eastern Time. I am packed up and leaving Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I have 3 days to get to Seattle, Washington. Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with how close those places are together. They are not. It's about a 38-hour drive. So I'm getting started on it now. I'm going to try to go all night right off the bat. We'll see how that goes. I'll catnap when I need to. I'd really love to drive from, let's see, 6:30 Eastern Time now and catnap, but I'd love to drive at least 18, 19, maybe 20 hours by tomorrow night. That would be a huge chunk of that, leaving me only 18 hours to go. So I could do basically a regular 12, 13 hour, well, not regular, long 13-hour day on Tuesday, and then finish up the rest on Wednesday, getting there Wednesday afternoon, which would allow me plenty of time to set up my booth and time for Emerald City Comic Con, which starts Thursday morning at 10 a.m. So I got a big week ahead of me. However, since I'm going all the way across this great country, I'm going to stop at a couple of Chuck E. Cheese stages that I've been wanting to see that are almost ready to be tore out. So I'm going to stop at a few of those. But most of this trip, because those are just little stops I can do in a quick amount of time, the rest of this trip's going to be on the road. So I'll try to show you some scenery as we go through a few places. And I'm excited to get on the road with you guys and take you along with me to the West Coast. I hope you guys will join me. Let's travel. It is Monday morning now, August 15th. It is just after 10 a.m. I am in Iowa now. I stopped a couple times overnight for a few cat naps and still going strong. I'm heading to Des Moines, or I'm going to go through Des Moines, and I'm going to stop at the Chuck E. Cheese in West Des Moines, which I've been meaning to stop at for a while. And I'll tell you guys about that when I get there. But just in Chuck E. Cheese land, some of obviously the things people are talking about was Chuck E. Cheese confirmed, the corporate confirmed that as of this October 2022, they're no longer going to be producing programming for the Studio C series, which is obviously the animatronics, they're the single animatronic Chuckies that really are in most of the Chuck E. Cheese's left, which means they're going to be put on random movements. Now, you guys probably know this more than I do. To me, if they're not producing new programming, can't they just use old show tapes? But everybody seems to think that they're going to be just put on random movements. But couldn't random movements also mean just past things they've already done? I'm not sure. Post below in the comments, let me know what the distinction is. It seems, as everybody is expressing online, it seems rather odd to just have these animatronics sitting there moving and blinking. but never really doing anything. But of course, as everybody knows it and takes it this way, this is the final nail in the coffin. It looks like they really are gearing up to be animatronic free very soon. So when I started doing these stage visits, there was still 22 different 3-stage system setups, and now there's only 17. By the end of this year, it's going to be way less. I bring that up because I know West Des Moines is scheduled next month. Anyway, I'm excited on this trip to be able to visit a lot of the remaining 3-stage systems along the Pacific Northwest and then down into California. Over the next few weeks, I'm planning on visiting as many as I can because I do feel like by next year, those are absolutely all going to be gone, probably along with the Studio C series in most stores. But I believe they're still on track for the end of next year, from what everybody's been saying, that they will be all gone. I know we've talked about it exhaustively on my channel, but losing that piece of history from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, it really just feels like it's going to leave quite a hole. I am going to try to talk to a few managers on these stage visits on the West Coast and see how their reactions are to it. I guess from a management point of view and just from a logistics running a store point of view, yeah, getting rid of the electronics or the animatronics is probably a positive. You're not having to deal with people yelling, complaining that they're all broken again, scheduling a tech to be in there, all that stuff. And I get that, but I also feel like even most of the managers that are at Chuck E. Cheese has had to have grown up going to them. And, the animatronics are arguably, to me, the absolute number one reason of why Chuck E. Cheese are so special. And Showbiz was the same before that. There's arcades a lot of places. There wasn't when Chuck E. Cheese was started, but there's still arcades a lot of different places. You can go to an arcade a lot of places. You can't go and watch an animatronic do covers of 1960s and 70s songs while you're eating pizza and playing video games. You can't do that hardly anywhere. And after next year, you're only going to be able to do that in a handful of spots in the whole U.S. So it is rather disappointing. I'm really glad we're getting to go see as many as I can and document them along the way for people to watch years from now when they are feeling nostalgic for those bands and those stage shows. I know just doing these, I've reawakened that nostalgia in myself for my past memories as a kid, and it's really powerful, the nostalgia that I feel for these animatronics, and just for them being such a time capsule of a certain frame of time that I will always find special, which I think a lot of people will. So, anyway, I guess the overall question is, will Chuck E. Cheese ever see the error of its ways? Blah, blah, blah. We all know they won't. Bottom line, it's probably better for them no matter what or where the store is, no matter if people complain or don't complain, which I'm sure they will. It's still better for their bottom line. So, that's why it's happening. So, we just have to deal with it and hope we can, spend as much time as we can over the next year and a half with them, and that'll be that. So here we are in West Des Moines, Iowa, outside of Chuck E. Cheese, and we're going to go in and check out their 3-stage system. Let's go. So there's a few significant things about this stage here in West Des Moines. This is the oldest current stage that has original Rock-afire animatronics in the nation. These were original beta bots, creative engineering beta bots for showbiz when they opened this location. They, of course, went through the concept unification, the dreaded concept unification, which, for those of you who don't know, if you've heard that term before, concept unification was a video that was sent out and a process that was sent out to managers and techs at all the stores in the early 90s. Once creative engineering and Aaron Fector parted ways with Chuck E. Cheese management, this was their idea to basically get rid of his characters and come up with their own. And the whole idea was to change over the band from the Rock-afire Explosion to Mr. Munch's Make Believe Band, which is what they did. So, sadly, and the reason everybody hates it is one part of the process was taking Billy Bob Broccoli, the beloved character, completely out and destroying him. He was gone, and then they changed over the other remaining robots into current characters that you see behind me. So, of course, Earl was ditched. He was destroyed as well, but Rolf became Chucky. Helen over there became, or Mitzi Mozzarella became Helen. Fats Geronimo on the organ became Munch. And then Beach Bear became Jesper. And then, of course, Pasquale was Duke in the original Rock-afire. But underneath their skins are beta bots. It's one of the original teams. I'll put up some photos of how they used to look. Rock-afire had this original look of the beta bots, but they later switched over to what the current look would be in, say, Billy Bob's Wonderland. Those bots look a lot different from the original Rock-afire bots of my childhood. So, Munch's, some other significant points, Munch's organ is actually from a one stage or two stage, but this is the oldest one in the nation. This is the last three stage left in the state of Iowa, and these are only going to be here for another 3 weeks. They are being ripped out in early September. This entire stage will be destroyed, all the animatronics. It's very sad. A lot of them are in very good shape still, and you can tell they're much older. It's kind of amazing, given how old these ones are, and these look so different. A lot of their eyes look different, but they're in amazing shape, honestly. But this is pretty awesome. I'm really glad I got to see it before they tore it out. Jesper's getting on it, jamming. As you can see, Pasquale's head goes back when he's playing the drums. His whole body leans back, really. But at this point, they're not bothering to fix him because he's about to be torn out. Chucky's definitely got some wear and tear on the mask, but again, there's no point in fixing it. End of an era. Jesper, you look tired, buddy. Well, this is it. I watched them perform several songs, and they look great. And this one's really sad. I'm really bummed that I'm never going to see these again. I mean, they're not in the best condition, but because they're just so old and they look old, and they're about to be retired and never to be seen again, it's a real bummer. So Anyway, getting back on the road and pushing on. Bye. Chuck and the band. Token's covered by shark, but we'll rub it anyway. Well, it has been 24 hours since I left Pittsburgh. I am in South Dakota on I-90 now. Just cruising along. Definitely taken, at least a half a dozen cat naps and probably hour-long naps since last night and throughout today. Definitely tired, but I still feel pretty good. I'm going to keep going. I don't know if I'm going to stop tonight or not. I might just do what I did last night. We'll see, though. We'll see. I'd love to get into Montana tonight, but that's still like 8 hours away. So I don't know how much more I have left in me today. But I'm definitely doing good so far. Good morning. We are back on the road. So last night I stopped for the night in Rapid City, South Dakota, and now it is about 6 a.m. and I am leaving Rapid City, South Dakota. A little chilly this morning here in the mountains, which I'll take any day over heat. I would much rather be cold than hot. Anyway, gonna get out of South Dakota and head into Montana. So far the trip's been pretty good, knock on wood. The weather yesterday was a little rainy, but other than that, it's been pretty nice. Not gonna lie, I'm still about 17 hours away from Seattle. So I guess we'll see. I don't think I'll make it quite there tonight, but I think I can make it into Washington tonight. We'll see, because that's still at least a 14-hour day right there, so. Whew, a lot of driving. And here we are outside the Billings, Montana Chuck E. Cheese location. They still have not done the 2.0. I don't know when they're scheduled yet, but we're going to go in and check out the 3-stage setup that they have. So this is the last remaining 3-stage, actually it's the last remaining Chuck E. Cheese, I believe, in Montana, here in Billings. Their 3 stages, I don't remember when the store opened, but they do have some interesting little tidbits. They still have the wink, the painted in wink above the stage, which is cool. You don't see them often. The one in West Des Moines didn't have it anymore. Also, you've got little things like Munch's hat. He has the original hat on. This is a ball cap. And then you've got Helen's legs are furry instead of, or fluffy, I guess, instead of the ring legs that she usually has on the 3-stage setups. Jesper's got the flying cheese guitar, but no hat. Well, things like that. They're in various stages of disrepair or good condition, not good, you know, however you want to look at it. I'm sure they're not putting a ton of maintenance time into these anymore. They don't have a date yet, but obviously it's coming very soon. After next month, when West Des Moines loses theirs, there'll only be 16 of these 3 stages left. So get out and see them while you can. So they've got one of the really old, I haven't seen this one in a long time. This is from 1993, one of the old drive-in pieces of art. It's, this might be one of my favorites. I would love to have one of these hanging in the house, especially since it's still marked Showbiz. So, that's pretty spectacular. Would have been basically within a year of them switching all the way over to Munch's Make-Believe Band, so you're not going to see any actual Rocket Fire characters in it, but it's still pretty awesome that it says Showbiz right there. The rest of it, they still have the traditional, there's the Grand Marshal print. Those are all from the early 2000s. They've got the flower, the cooking one that's above a lot of those. This store, I do not think this store, I haven't seen them, has any of the Warhol pieces, the Warhol tribute pieces. I'm sure there's multiple stores that don't have those, but this is the first one I can think of, at least in my recent memory, that I haven't found them. But I want that drive-in photo. This Bigfoot truck's awesome. I was wrong. They're down the bathroom hallway. I couldn't see them from the stage area or from the gaming area for that matter. So I do need to make a correction from one of my videos when I visited Springfield a week or two ago for the CU1 stage. On Showbiz Wiki, they had said one of the facts was that it was a one-of-a-kind drum head. One of you guys posted below on that video and said that the Billings, Montana had the same one. And I decided since I was coming here next week, I would wait to answer you, but you are correct. They absolutely do. It is not one of a kind at Springfield. They have the exact same drum head here. Maybe it's 2 of a kind, but this makes me think there could have been in multiple places. But yeah, there's that drum head. The other cool thing they do have here is they have the box that Pizza Cam was in. Now, granted, Pizza Cam's not the only place that still has Pizza Cam. The only 3-stage setup would be Huntsville, which I'll link to one of my videos up above. The night I went to the Huntsville 3-stage, but you can see Pizza Cam in all its action. But yeah, they've still got the box up here. They just left it. Took the Pizza Cam out, so. All right, I'm out of here. We saw them perform a few songs, say goodbye to the 3-stage in Billings, Montana. I don't know when they're gonna tear it out, but it'll probably be within the next 6 months. Maybe it'll be till the end of next year. Who knows? But come check them out. That was cool. That drive-in piece of art was definitely the highlight. Of course, I always love seeing the animatronics, but you don't see the older pieces of art like that, especially the ones that still say showbiz. So I'm gonna hop back on the road and keep heading west. Well, it is noon on Wednesday, and I am pulling into Seattle as we speak. That was a long, about 38-hour total of driving. Obviously, it was probably more in the mid-50 some hours since I left Pennsylvania. I stopped Monday night and then last night to get some sleep. But yeah, very long drive. I definitely still feel pretty good though. I kind of enjoyed this drive. It's been gorgeous weather. Got to see a couple of Chuck E. Cheese 3 stages I hadn't seen before. So, and I probably won't even be around next year when I come back through here. So I was glad I got to stop and see them now. And yeah, I'm in here near Seattle for Emerald City Comic Con, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. And I hope you guys enjoyed this almost coast to coast drive. And I appreciate you taking it with me. We'll talk to you guys next time. Bye now.